Hello, honey roses. Hello, hello. Let's get into this reading. I am Mystic Alchemy. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, your shares, your subscribes. You are appreciated. I love you very much. Mwah, mwah. Thank you for being here. Okay, let's see. What does Spirit have for our honey roses? What do you want them to know? What do you want them to know? I heard importante. Well, something's important. What's important? What is it? It's important for them to give you their undivided attention. Then the page of... Hello, focus. The Page of Cups is here. And the Hermit. Hold on, let me see. What is this about, Spirit? It's important for them to give you their undivided attention. The Hermit. The Death card I saw after the Hermit. After the Hermit. It's almost like they've been thinking about how they would like to give you their undivided attention. And now I heard they're ready. Then the sun came out. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. The Sun and the Devil. What else? The Sun and the Devil. Wait. Let's see. This is different. I gotta read this right. Oh. See, this is about somebody's... This is about a few different things. Let me get some more cards before I speak. Hold on. I'm seeing a few different storylines here right now. Somebody is really trying to evaluate themselves to see if they're ready to be able to tend to your needs, okay? They want to make sure that they're able to, because there's something about you where they know that you'll be able to tend to their needs. There's something very specifically that's important to them in a relationship, and it's almost like you already fulfilled it. They already know you fulfill. And I don't know how they know, but they already know you fulfill their needs. That's how they feel. But they need to make sure that they also do the same. They don't want to come to you half stepping with the crooked leg. Okay? Not the crooked leg. I heard the only time they crooked when they bopping. Was popping. Okay, let me stop. Come on, I'm trying to read, guys. Damn it, Becky. Okay, let me see. The only time they leg is crooked when they bopping. Was popping. Okay, so they don't want to bring their old luggage into a new place. They need new luggage. They need new luggage. This reminds me of that Bible verse, you can't put new waters into old wineskins. And when I first heard that, I was like, what? That hurt my brain. Like, what are you saying to me? What does that even mean? But now I know, like, because the wineskins, I mean, you can't put the new wine into old wineskins. It was either water or wine that they were talking about, but basically, wait, let me look it up, make sure I'm right, because what I'm thinking is like there was like some type of, what do you call that thing? Like what do they call that thing? I think it starts with a C. They put little drinks in it for travel. I want to say a canister, but that's not what it's called. There's a name for it. But I imagine one that's kind of made out of mostly skin that they used to hold back in them ancient times. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. What do I call it? I don't see the name that I'm thinking about. I can't catch it. I'm trying to remember. I can't. But let me go back to the wine skins. Animal skin sewn up and used to hold wine. That's what I was thinking, but I was trying to make sure. So they used to take animal skin, because animal skin is strong, and they used to take it, any skin is really strong, and they used to take it and sew it together and hold wine in it. And the Bible verse is, you can't, may not be word for word, but it's something like, you can't put old or new wine into old wine skins. And before, when I first heard it, I didn't know what it meant. But now that I know, it means like over time, the skin from, you know, the animal that they use to create the little container for wine, it gets weak over time. So if you put new wine in it, it will burst open and all of your wine will be wasted. So it's like they can't come into your life with their old ways, because you are something new. Okay? You are something new. So with that story, I just reminded you of it, or told you, if you've never heard that before. It's like you are the new wineskins. Okay? You are the new. So if they bring that baggage, that luggage from the past situation and bring it to you, they know that it's going to end miserably. It's like they feel like it'll be miserable for them. So what they know they need to do is really make sure that they're ready. It's like somebody's trying to make sure that they're ready. Like, am I ready for love? I just heard India Ari's voice in my head. I am ready for love. Why are you hiding from me? Ooh, I love that song. I don't think I know all the lyrics though, but ooh, that song is so good. It was so like, girl, it was so, let me see if I can find the lyrics. That's a beautiful song. I did not mean to click that. Lyrics. I want the lyrics, please. Thank you. I love this song, y'all. I am ready for love. Why are you hiding from me? Ooh. I quickly get my freedom to be held in your captivity. Oh, girl. I feel like I just got serenaded with my own voice. Woo! But I hear India Ari's voice in my mind while I'm singing. I am ready for love. All of the joy and the pain. and all the time that it takes just to stay in your good grace. That part right there too. All the time that it takes just to stay in your good grace. That's what this person is worried about. That's what I'm talking about. You can't bring... They know that they can't bring certain ways that they have into this relationship with you because their hope is to stay in your good grace. They don't want to mess up because they know that that's going to give them like an ache in their heart. Like that will really affect them emotionally, like on an emotional level. And this is somebody that needs to stay stable because they're actually an earth angel. And when you mess with an earth angel, you can have some problems because it's like an aftershock effect. So, you know, and earth angels, sometimes they don't even know that they're an angel and they're still stuck into toxic ways. So it's always good when you're high vibrational, when you end up being around someone who is actually an earth angel, but they still have work to do in their shadow. And then if you help them with that work in their shadow in some way, it accumulates dharma for you. Because instead of putting them down for what they do, you lift them up. You lift up your brother or your sister. You don't tear them down. You let them know when something is not right. You know, but it's up to them to listen or not. Ain't nobody forcing nobody. I see a way. I want to show you that you have options, and if you don't want to take it, then you don't want to take it. And I feel like you are this way, and this person knows that, and they're very mindful and very keen to their own ways, so they know what they do wrong. This is not somebody who's like in denial and acting like a saint when they know they done been walking in the shoes of many demons. I just heard, which many of us have. It's not like, you know, this is something that happens in life. You figure it out and you're like, oh nah, I'm gonna ditch those demon shoes and I'm just gonna put my angel wings on, because that whole life is a trick. They try to trick me, make me think that the demon shoes was the right way to go, when they just gonna have you going around in circles, around in toxic circles at that. No, honey. No. So yeah, that's how this person is thinking. Just stay in your good grace. Once they start speaking to you, they need to make sure that they are pure. And they need to ensure that this relationship will last. Okay. Let me see what else. What else is this song about? Oh, this is the next verse. Lately I've been thinking, maybe you're not ready for me. Maybe you think I need to learn maturity. They say watch what you ask for, 'cause you might receive. But if you asked me tomorrow, I'll say the same thing. I am ready for love. Would you please lend me your ear? No, I need to say that. The tone wasn't right. Would you please lend me your ear? That's it. I promise I won't complain. I just need you to acknowledge I am here. If you give me half a chance, I'll prove this to you. I'll be patient, kind, faithful, and true to a man who loves music. To a man who loves music. A man who loves art. Respects the spirit world and thinks with his heart. Ooh, that song. I think I messed up the little melody in the beginning of the last part right there. But that song is so beautiful. Oh my gosh. India, hello. Hello, my chocolate baby. Chocolate baby. That's like a chocolate baby. That's like a I don't know why I want to say chocolate baby. It's like it's a love song. I'm ready for love. Telling somebody, see, this is another one of those songs that's so vulnerable. It's just so I feel like this person wants to be vulnerable like that with you. And then when she said those last two lines, it was such a powerful moment in the song, because it was like the what's it called at the top? The peak. Respects the spirit world and thinks with his heart. That part is so, it gives me chills a little bit. Like, you know, it's so beautiful. But it's like she's showing so much respect to this man. She has so much respect from this for the man. If we would all respect each other and love on each other like this, the whole world would shift into heaven on earth. And then there's an angel as the last card. If y'all don't stop playing with me. Ooh, in the top of the deck is the Queen of Cups. Listen, if that ain't love, I don't know what is. An angel and the Queen of Cups? From the beginning to the end? In the sun? That's wonderful. That's beautiful and amazing. And she's also showing how much she respects and loves the fact that this man is in tune with himself. And she's like, if you give me half a chance, I'll prove this to you. If you give me half a chance, I'll prove this to you. I'll be patient, kind, faithful, and true to a man who loves music. See, that song is just wonderful. It's just so wonderful. And then she says it again. I am ready for love. If you'll take me in your hands, I will learn what you teach and do the best that I can. When you could be that vulnerable with somebody and it's true love, nobody could break that bond. See, if you're vulnerable like this with someone and they hurt you and they look at you like a target and like somebody that they could use and abuse and torment, that's one thing that nobody wants and that should never happen to a person, but it does. But when you are able to truly be this vulnerable and then end up with someone who actually truly loves you and even respects your vulnerability to be so vulnerable with them, that is a never-ending love. That's a love that's going to have a bond that is so strong, nobody can break it. No matter what nobody say. Nobody can say anything. Because this bond right here is so tight that even if somebody did bring up something that the other person did a long time ago, it's not going to matter because it was the past. There's no point in trying to relive it or think about it or bring it up as if it's still happening or something. But this is what people do around love like this. They try to cause friction. That's why you got to watch who you have around you when you're in love, and watch who you tell things to, especially your personal stuff, okay? Because somebody might not have the type of love that you have and throw a monkey wrench in it. Make you think one thing that you're not supposed to think because you're supposed to think for yourself. And you can talk to friends and family and people that you trust just to hear their view. But you always must make sure that you make the decision for yourself and you know what's right for you. You don't just go along with what people say. You listen and you take what works for you. Okay, I'm being guided to say this, and I feel very strongly about this for some reason. You don't just take everything somebody says at face value, because somebody else's opinion of your situation, they're always going to give you an opinion from their own experience, as well as and it could be from a place of pain instead of from a place like a healed place. If you're getting advice from someone who is giving you advice from trauma instead of from being healed, you must be careful who you choose to listen to and who you choose to take heed to, because they can lead you into a decision that you know is not right, but you'll begin to hold on to information that was never meant for you to hold on to. And then it could change the trajectory of your future based off of someone else's belief about your situation. So in all that you do, you make sure that you make your decision based on what you know is right, and you speak to spirit about what you should do. You should never just depend on man, no matter who they are. Oof. Make me want to throw the cards. Because people be having some hidden hate on them. They be feeling some type of way sometimes. Sometimes people will see something that they don't have and they want it too. And then they start to shade you and you don't even realize it. Because you could trust that person. Everything was cool until you told them something that you like and something that you want to do. And they're like, oh, I want that too. Then it turned into a competition. Oh, no. Always go back to trusting yourself and your own spirit and your spirit family and the relationship that you have with God. You make the choices, whatever you do from. You get some assistance and some perspectives from man, but you never trust man solely. You must learn to trust spirit in such a way where you even you double check the man. Whoever even if you trust them, you double check them with spirit. That's how you get things done the right way. Spirit will always lead you to the right way. See, spirit, you could always trust spirit. You could always trust spirit. They're never going to tell you nothing wrong. Sometimes man can have good intentions and still steer you the wrong way. We have to think about this, because and that's not something that will always happen, but we must know that it's possible. And that's why it's important for you to have your own discernment, and you must pull from your own archive of your past and of your experiences and learn from other people's experiences, but if someone has a certain thought, at least ask why. If they're telling you don't do something, ask them like the deep details as to why. And if you agree, then that's fine, but make sure that you agree that's from a place of being healed and not from a place of pain. Always make sure that the decision is not from a place of pain, because then you can't really trust the decision if it's from a place of trauma, because it could be like this bias that is like interwoven into the decision. And anything that begins from a place of a lie has a weak foundation. I just went deep in there. Listen, it's about this love, because I just cracked the deck and the love came out. Don't let nobody steer you away from love, especially when you know what it is. Because that very person that told you don't, they might have something against you for what you're about to receive. Because they know that what you're about to receive is a gift from God that they don't have, and that they shouldn't, because it's not the gift that you're about to receive in love It's not in alignment with them, it's in alignment with you. Only you understand. You can get as advice as you want from all the men around and all the women around, but the only advice that you could truly depend on is your own and spirit. Yeah. Other people's experiences are helpful for you to mold and tailor your own, but you never just want to go with somebody else's opinion of your situation when they're not going to have anything to do with it anyway, you know? Nobody got no time. Nobody got time for that. Okay, so that's it for this message. This is a beautiful relationship, and it's very lovely. And I feel like this is a relationship that identifies two stars coming together, because the way that this star came out just now, and it just came out when I split the deck, and it's the Lovers. So this is like a relationship of two stars have been born. Two stars have been born. How beautiful, how wonderful, how gorgeous and amazing, isn't it, darling? So there will be an extended in, the comments. I'm going to pin it in the comments, all right? Everything you do, do it with love. Thank you for being here. Thanks for listening. I'll see you in the next message.